Gang, welcome back to my channel. It is no longer a news that the dollar index have been weak lately. That the dollar have been weak fundamentally. And if you're just joining the channel, my name is Colin Stick Profit, representing always talking profit. You know the drill. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you're just joining the channel. Alright, let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Trading in the Lab. And on this episode, we're going to be going details into the DXY, the XAUUSD, the GBP USD, and also the Euro USD. I'm going to keep it as simple as short, so this video is not going to be lengthy. All right, so now let's get started. All right, so I told you guys last week that I'm expecting a little retracement on the DXY up to this level. They will have this little supply zone. Now you can see price actually reacted from this demand on the 1 hour time frame. Or we have this range area of demand around here. They will have this range area of demand, and price reacted from this area. Although price didn't hold, this demand didn't hold price, we only had a little retracement into this supply zone, and then boom, we broke through this demand, and now price created a new supply zone. All right, so now this demand was invalidated. Now let's come down to the other demand here, and now you can see price already invalidating this zone. So we might be looking into a more discounted area of demand. All right, so now let's look at this area, and if you notice, price is not slowing down on the DXY. You can see price is actually moving down really bearish, right? So now we have this little demand around here as well. So let's see if price going to pull down into this demand zone as well. So this week I'm expecting some retracements on the DXY. All right, I'm expecting some retracements on the DXY to around, let's say, the supply zone around here. All right, so now we might have price retracing up onto the supply zone. Remember, whenever there's an impulse, there's always a retracement. This is something that's constant with the market. All right, whenever there's an impulse, there's always a retracement. Now we've had this impulse broke structure. For this impulse, let me come down to 1 hour so you can see the structures clearly. Now we've had this impulse, then we've broken structure all the way from here. We broke structure down to this point, then we had this broken structure. Now what we're going to be expecting is what? A retracement, right? Now we're going to be expecting a retracement up onto this area. Now I don't know if price is going to break through this high, but what I know is price might respect this high and pull back into this demand zone, right? So now we might be expecting this retracement, because currently we still have some time before the next Federal Open Market Committee meeting, before they would decide what direction the US dollar is going to take. But for now, we might be expecting a retracement on the US on the XY. Now, after knowing that we might be expecting a retracement on the DXY, let's go back to last week data. We have last week fundamental data, and alright, so this was last week, and you can see we have flash manufacturing PMI, and also we have flash service PMI, right? Now you can see when the actual came out, it was less than the forecast, and also when the service PMI came out, it was greater than the forecast. Now the service sectors have actually been seeing some growth, right, lately. If you go back to the previous, you could see they've been seeing some growth lately on the service sector. But however, on the manufacturing sector, they are still contracting, right? Any figure below 50% is actually showing contraction, while any figure above 50% is actually showing expansion. So if you see on the service sector right here, you can see a price is still expanding on the euro, on the USD, while on the manufacturing sector, you could see price is still contracting on the manufacturing sector. All right, so it hasn't gotten to 50% yet. All right, so see that the service sector has actually been seeing some growth, but however, the manufacturing sector haven't been seeing much growth, haven't experienced much growth lately in the previous months, right? Now, but however, on this last 2 weeks we had CPI, right? And now that CPI actually gave us some positive news on the US dollar, and also we have PPI, which actually gave us some positive news on the US dollar. Now we have to understand the relationship between these two, that whenever these two are correlating, whenever these two fundamentals are correlating, long term, guys, we are going to be seeing some little bullish movement on the euro, on the dollar, right? So now that's why I'm expecting this price giving us this retracement this week. We might be having this retracement this week before we have any further move to the downside, right? Now I'm expecting a retracement on the DXY, because now price has actually been giving us a bearish movement, and now we have to understand something, that whenever we have an impulse, we must have a retracement. And also fundamentally, we've seen CPI, we've seen PPI, we've seen core retail sales, and those data have actually been showing some positive impacts on the US dollar, right? The CPI came out lower than expected, and also the PPI came out lower than expected, and also the core retail sales has actually been showing growth, right? When core retail sales came out, we saw growth in consumer spending. So now since these data have come out and show us that on the consumer spending aspect, we've been seeing some growth, and also on the inflation aspect, we've been seeing inflation actually being mitigated, actually being reduced every month. That it is actually getting better every month. Alright, so now with all this data accumulated together, we might be seeing some retracements on the DXY before we have any further directional bias. Alright, so this week, that's what I'm going to be looking at going. That's what I'm going to be looking at going against the trend. Alright, so I'm going to be looking at going against the trend. That's counter trending. Alright, now let's go to XAUUSD. Alright, that's the first currency pair we're going to be looking to trade. Alright, so now let's see XAUUSD, guys. Alright, guys, this is XAUUSD on my chart. Alright, so I actually did my pre-market analysis before the opening of London session. On the XAUUSD chart, guys, you can see price has been on a very bullish trend on XAU, right? Price has been really bullish, and now we could see that these bullish movements, price has been creating series of higher highs, higher low break of structure, higher highs, and now we have an internal change in market structure, right? Now we've had a break of structure, we had our first break of structure around here. Now after this break of structure, we saw price did the retracement. Now there's something you should know about this retracement. While price was doing this retracement, it was mitigating every imbalance. Now every imbalance around here was mitigated aside this one. Now price left this imbalance around here. Now let's see if price is going to grab liquidity above here. We have this sell side liquidity. Let's see if price is going to grab liquidity from this sell side, and then react from this 1 hour supply zone. Then before we had a drop from this area, right? Let's see if we can have price react from this area. Now let's see if price can grab liquidity above here, then give us our confirmation. Then our profit target, our first profit target is going to be around here, because now I'm looking to take my profit around this area, because you can see this imbalance around here. Price has a high probability of coming back to fill out this imbalance before we have another direction, but before price move in another direction. And here is why, because price doesn't leave an imbalance in the market. Alright, so now we're also expecting price down to this demand zone. Alright, so you can see the DXY and the gold are also correlating, right? You can see price, they are inversely correlating. Guys. So let's see if we can have this retracement and then price pull back into this demand zone. Alright, now let's go to the Euro USD, guys. Let's go to Euro USD. Alright, so guys, now here's one thing with Euro USD. I'm not going to go bearish on Euro USD yet until I've seen an order flow, bearish order flow. Right? Until I've seen an bearish order flow, I won't be looking to go bearish on Euro USD. So now let's see if we can have a bearish order flow on Euro USD, then we might look to go bearish on Euro USD. However, we're looking to fill out this inefficiency, this imbalance around here. Alright, so we're looking to fill out this imbalance, and then before we look to take Euro USD to another direction. So now this is all retracement we're looking to trade. Alright, now I'm just basically looking to counter trend and also trade the retracement of the market. This directional bias of Euro USD going down, giving us a little retracement, and all this week we might be seeing a little retracement before the end of August, right? However, I'm going to be sticking to Euro USD and XAUUSD. Alright, I actually tallied with my analysis on DXY, and also tallied with my fundamental analysis of CPI, PPI that came out, and also of core retail sales that came out, and now now also saw flash and service PMI flash service PMI, which is actually showing growth in the service sector of the US economy. Alright, so now all these fundamental analysis, all these fundamental details are actually backing up my bias on going bearish on USD and also going bearish on XAUUSD. Alright, so now, and they are also reacting from supply zone. And then let's see if we can have a break of structure from here. If price can break structure around here, then we might have. Let me come on to the 5 minutes, guys. Let me come on to the 5 minutes. Alright, so let's see if we can have a break of structure around here, then we can have price break structure below here. Then we might look to see if we can have that order flow. Now, when we have that order flow, bearish order flow on the EURUSD, then I might consider going bearish on EURUSD. However, that is my bias, and thank you all for staying till the end of this video.